All right, today we're diving into a concept that feels like it's been pulled straight from the future, but it's actually built on a foundation that's over a century old. We are talking about RickshawAir, a vision that completely reimagines urban mobility by mashing up the classic rickshaw with some seriously futuristic technology. I mean, think about it. The rickshaw has always been evolving, right? From hand-pulled carts to the auto rickshaws zipping around cities today. Well, RickshawAir is proposing the next giant leap. It's taking that humble workhorse and turning it into an intelligent, adaptable platform for our modern world. So, what can this thing actually do? Okay, so first up, on the ground, it's a super smart, compact electric vehicle. It uses advanced self-driving systems to slice through dense city traffic safely and with total precision. But of course, that is just scratching the surface. Now, what happens when it hits a river or, a flooded street? Get this. Its doors actually transform into these catamaran-style pontoons. This allows it to just glide right over the water. Weather and geography, not a problem anymore. And then, there's the biggest trick of all. Yup, you guessed it, RickshawAir can fly. It's got vertical takeoff and landing, so modular wings pop out, and it just lifts straight up into the sky, leaving all that traffic gridlock behind. This thing isn't just one vehicle, it's like a transformer, 3 modes in one. Which begs the question, how on earth is this even possible? So, how do they pull this off? Well, the real magic here isn't about inventing a bunch of brand new tech from scratch. No, the genius of RickshawAir is how it brilliantly pulls together proven technologies from 4 world-class leaders to create something way, way bigger than just its individual components. All right, let's talk flight. For that, RickshawAir is basically borrowing from the best in the business, DJI, the undisputed king of drones. It uses their incredibly sophisticated flight control systems and stabilization tech. And that's absolutely crucial for flying safely through what they call urban canyons, the windy, turbulent spaces between tall buildings. And for navigating, both on the road and in the sky, they're not reinventing the wheel either. They're adapting the super strict self-driving standards from car giants like BMW and Mercedes-Benz. It's all run by this central superbrain. Think of it as the vehicle's mission control that processes a ton of data from cameras and sensors for a complete 360-degree picture of the world around it. Okay, but this next part, this is where things get really wild. Inside every single RickshawAir, there's a humanoid AI companion, inspired by none other than Boston Dynamics' Atlas robot. We're not just talking about some Alexa-style voice assistant here. No, this is a full-on physical co-pilot that uses athletic intelligence to help passengers, manage cargo, and even act as a second safety check on the main AI. So what's powering this whole incredible machine? Well, it's gotta be some serious batteries, right? And they are, coming from CATL. They're using a mix of 5th-gen LFP batteries for massive energy density and their newer Naxtra sodium-ion batteries, which are amazing in the cold. This means the vehicle can operate just about anywhere on the planet. And look, this isn't just about cool tech, it's also about being smart and sustainable from the get-go. This is all about building a circular economy. I mean, look at these numbers. The materials in the batteries are almost 100% recyclable. We're talking over 99% for key metals and over 96% for lithium. That's how you minimize your environmental impact right from the start. Okay, so we've covered the brains and the power, but what's the body made of? This is where another super cool material comes in, basalt fiber. It's literally made from volcanic rock, and it's this amazing, high-performance and green alternative to materials like carbon fiber. So just take a look at this chart. You can see right away basalt fiber is stronger than glass fiber, but here's the kicker. It takes way less energy to produce than carbon fiber. It just hits that perfect sweet spot of being super strong, durable, and much better for the environment. It's a total no-brainer for a vehicle like this. What this all means is that this stuff is, well, it's practically indestructible for city life. It won't rust in coastal cities, it can handle crazy temperature swings, and it doesn't mess with any of the electronics on board. And that durability pays off big time. Any infrastructure built with it, like charging pads, could last for up to 50 years. That's incredible. But here's the thing. RickshawAir isn't just designed to be a fancy ride to get you from point A to point B. It's actually designed to be a constantly working economic engine. So when you're not using it, it doesn't just park itself and wait. Nope, it goes to work. And the whole process is designed to be super simple, totally seamless. The vehicle just flips into autonomous mode and plugs into the network. It could get a ping to act as a taxi or a delivery drone or even an automated tour guide. It finishes the job safely using that dual AI system we talked about, and boom, the money goes straight to the owner's account. It's literally an asset that pays for itself. Okay, but that brings up a huge question, right? If you have thousands, maybe millions, of these things flying around, earning money, and updating themselves, how do you stop someone from hacking into them? How do you prevent fraud? How do you manage this whole global fleet without it turning into total chaos? Well, the answer is pretty genius, and it comes from a totally different area of tech. They're proposing a decentralized economy built on blockchain, and at the heart of it is something called the RickshawAir gold coin. This is what creates a secure, transparent, and self-managing financial backbone for the entire network. So, what's blockchain? The simplest way to think about it is like a digital record book that's shared with everyone and is impossible to cheat or tamper with. For RickshawAir, this is the ultimate source of truth. Every trip, every payment, every software patch, every single maintenance check, it's all logged securely. And since no single company is in charge, the whole system is incredibly tough and trustworthy. And the fuel for this whole economy is that RickshawAir Gold Coin, or RGC. It's the token used for every single transaction, paying for a ride, getting paid for a delivery, you name it. It even lets people own little pieces of the vehicle through subcoins tied to different parts. And it's all automated and locked down with smart contracts. It's a completely self-sustaining financial system. And that, right there, is the big idea. This is so much more than just a flying car. It's a vision for a future where transportation, energy, robots, and finance all merge into one smart, autonomous ecosystem. It's a system that doesn't just move us around. It creates value, it empowers its owners, and it could completely reshape our cities from the ground up. So let me ask you, what do you think the biggest impact of a system like this would be?